Hi everybody, Father Bill Holzinger here, and this is your Friday Reflection. I'm on the back side of the food closet here. Literally, that's the food closet here, and I'm behind it. And I am thinking about Lent and things that happen in Lent for us. We give up things, we add some things, we have prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. And I'm now standing where there used to be our cedar trees. And as I'm doing this, I'm also struck by all the traffic. This is common. This is one of the reasons all this needs to happen, is that in the course of time, Walker Road has gotten so busy and so much traffic. That's why they're needing to widen it. So I'm pretty much standing where there's likely going to be a sidewalk. And that's why we had to take out these stumps, or the county had to take out the stumps. But I'm also looking at all these cars. They line up every day, and it's a different direction at the end of the day. And that's the reason that it needs to be widened, to try to help ease congestion. But in the Lenten season, we're called to lay bare some of our struggles and ask God to try to help heal those, or at least ask God to heal those and ask Him to help us to be open to that healing so we'll become closer to Him through prayer, fasting, and almsgiving as the common ways to do that. But that means sometimes God needs to cut down or cut out things that are not good in our life because they're in the way. Right now, we would look at these stumps, sadly that they're now stumps, but they are, if we look at things through the eyes of faith, we can see okay, Lord, how are you asking me to cut out those things that are in the way of you and a highway to you? Because there's always things that we can all do that are different, that are helping us grow closer to Him. Last week I mentioned, or actually I did in my homily. Last week I mentioned the homily how the parish house that I live in, the bathroom needs to be renovated because of dry rot, and it looks like the other bathroom as well, and possibly other parts of the house. So it's kind of going to be a barren space, not too dissimilar from, it's not going to be about trees and things, but obviously a removal of things will have to happen. That for me is my cross that's been given to me. And that's the thing, is during Lent or in the Christian life, we are called by Jesus to pick up our crosses, and if we don't, we're not worthy of Him. And crosses aren't something I necessarily choose. Actually, the best crosses, or the true crosses, are things that are given to us by God, that He knows we need, and that can truly help us. Because I'll be honest, if it's just me, I'm going to find something to do that's pretty easy. And instead, the house and the bathroom renovations are going to be what they will be. It'll be a challenge when it gets to a certain point where they're pretty much taken out. And, I'll probably be living with Father Dominic for a little while. God bless him, right? Nice guy. He's been very amicable about the whole thing, if you're wondering. So it's not like I'm imposing myself. I did ask, and it's going to be an adventure for both of us, So he's been asking for community. Pastor comes in, I'm going to be with him for the community for a while. I'm more the guy that likes to live alone, so that's just part of who I am. But, I like Father Dominic. He's a good guy. So what and how are your Lenten observances going? Do you have one? We've completed now a full week and some days, and hopefully you can find something. Not just to do something, but think about what it is that you struggle with the most. And go at that. And it may be just really being honest with yourself and bringing that to God. Abraham, in our first reading coming up this weekend, it's Abram actually at this point. He hasn't been given the full call of his life yet. But as Abram and Sarai, they are called to leave where they are and go into a distant country that they do not know where it'll be. Now about you, that's pretty scary. And they're not young. They're in their 80s. And in fact, as they get older, they're also told that they will have a child. Now, they don't do this perfectly. If you keep reading in Genesis, their walk of life isn't perfect. Even Abraham himself tries to circumvent God's plan because it seems like it's not going to happen. I'm like, that's kind of like us a lot. We might do that. Things aren't happening the way we want it. We want to circumvent that thing. But I just want to offer that. It's kind of a precursor to the homily this weekend. I'm going to talk about trust. And that's the foundation of any relationship, isn't it? It's foundation of faith, foundation of our relationship. If you have a spouse, a friend, we need to have trust. And those are the times when we trust, God can work with us. Or when we trust with our friends, those relationships can grow. But good friends aren't always telling us the things we want to hear. I know that's the case when I pray with God. I am told some things that I don't want to hear. One example, and I've told this many times, when I was in Forest Grove as the pastor at St. Anthony, I can't remember exactly the situation, but I was frustrated. Like, this parish, this church is going to fall down. I don't know what we're going to do. Lord, come on, help me out here. And, well, so I went home, and I'm in the back part of the house, and it has a sliding glass window, and I'm sitting down, and I'm watching the swallows dart about. And I'm just ticked. I'm like, don't you know? Don't you realize what's going on? And I'm talking to the birds. I'm complaining to the birds. And actually kind of complaining to God, like he doesn't know. And then I heard a voice. Now I don't hear voices. My dog that I had at the time doesn't speak English, just barks. But I'm like, okay, God, that must be you. And it wasn't a voice of like, hey, you're my beloved friend. I love you, Bill. It was basically like, who do you think you are? Oh, like, who do I think I am? Am I really in charge here? That's the temptation for anybody in a leadership position, because actually, truth be told, we're just stewards. As a priest, I can start with like, okay, as a priest, I'm made a pastor, and I am being charged with some responsibilities as a leader of the community, but I don't know everything. I need people to help me with finances, with facilities. I need people to help out with youth ministry. I need people to help out with our aging ministry. I need people to help out with all kinds of things. Our school is a big ministry. It's one of the biggest ministries that we have. And the food closet. I mean, I can go on and on. I cannot do these on my own. And I need people to help me with that. It's a stewardship. And we do this collaboratively. That continues to move on to my own personal life. I need family and friends to give me, like say, gut checks on occasion and question me, but also support me. But ultimately it comes to God. Ultimately it all goes to God. And I've found, and I might encourage you if you're not doing this, that just silent prayer seems to be the most efficacious for me, the most powerful time, because I get out of the way and I'm listening to God. And I don't, like I said, that one time I heard a voice, but I don't normally, that's like the one time I can tell you about that. But otherwise I don't. I just hear a sense of what is the right thing to do. Sometimes I am woken up in the morning time with a sense of freshness and a sense of direction, and that I can make some good decisions. Whereas during the day, sometimes maybe it's difficult because there's a lot of action going on, or maybe in the evening I'm tired, those kind of things. So God speaks to me in various ways, but I need to be silent. I need to be quiet. So I just want to share those things. This weekend I'm preaching, but I want to just let you know that I would love your prayers, because, again, I need to make sure that what I'm going to share is something that the community needs to hear, not just what I want to say. I'll see you this weekend, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.